What about you?
Yeah, I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. As it is Sunday, I'm enjoying my day and it is fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. I'm very happy to see you here, and I was very excited to meet you. So it's my pleasure, and because you are here. So I think further our video go to inward our video. We should introduce yourself. So please introduce yourself first.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I like introducing myself always. So, my name is Ashutosh Dwivedi, and I'm speaking to you from Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh. About my education, I have pursued my degree, that is BCom Honors Accounting from Banaras Hindu University. Now I'm pursuing my master's, that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. And apart from this, I'm running a YouTube channel which is based on spoken English conversations. And my YouTube channel name is Asu Official 2021. This is all about me. Thank you.
Oh, it's a very fantastic about hearing about you. You are doing lots of things. You have a YouTuber. You are an English learner, and you yeah, maybe you are an English teacher also.
Yeah, I'm helping others also to speak better English. I'm conducting sessions for my students.
Oh, it's great. You are doing a so much things simultaneously. Very good. And whenever I heard about this, like these generation are doing lots of things, and it's give me so lots of happiness actually. So that's great.
Yeah.
And if I talk about myself and my introduction, so my name is Nisha Singh, and I'm a homemaker, and I'm running a small NGO and teach some needy students whenever I have a spare time. And that's all about me. If I talk about my education, I have done master in a political science from Delhi University, and the but in Hindi medium I did my education, but nowadays I'm learning this. I'm working on it, so that's why
Yeah,
I'm
that's wonderful. Mhm.
yeah. So
Yeah, it makes me happy that at this age you thought of speaking English, even though you're from just Hindi medium, but you would like to speak better English and you are giving a lot of efforts for it. So that's wonderful and inspiring.
actually, Ashutosh, I would like to get in some few information about you. Like whenever I watch your videos, I am very impressed after watching your videos because you, whenever you start speaking, even not me, everybody start learning it very patiently and very carefully. You know, whenever you start you speak very calm way, very natural way. Actually, if I talk about my problem, when I start speaking, I just speak in a very fast way. So I think it's not good. So I want to know your golden rules, whatever you are following to improve your English. So
Yeah,
could
for
you?
sure. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I will tell you. It is very, as you said, like it is very important to speak in a pace that others are going to understand you. And being
Yeah.
a trainer or being a English communicator or English speaking a trainer or English speaker, it is very important for us to speak in a moderate pace. If we are going
Mhm.
to speak like a super fast train, people will not be able to understand us, right? And if we will speak very slow, then it is going to be monotonous. So we will have
Mhm.
to choose a moderate pace to speak. So that's why, even though when I had started my journey, it was difficult for me to control myself. I used to speak very fast. I can give you an example. When we are learning how to ride just bicycle or just a motorbike, we are not able to control our accelerator, right? It will go very fast. The same with English. When we are starting our journey, we are not able to control ourselves, and maybe we will go very fast, that even though if others are not able to understand. So it takes time. When you will practice with multiple people and you will practice for a very long period of time, then you will be able to understand the method, and automatically you will be able to speak in a way that the people, they will be able to understand you. So for me, I did conversation with more than 10 to 15,000 people. So they suggested me a lot of things and I learned a lot from feedbacks. Even though I used to do the same mistakes, but a lot of people who helped me, and they told me that Ashutosh, you speak well, but you're speaking very fast. Even though one of my American friends is there, he's from New York. So he's always telling me, Ashutosh, you don't have to speak fast, slow down, slow down. So always he's just giving me that feedback, and that is making me to focus on myself. So it is all about the practice. The more you will talk with the people, they will give you the feedback, and you will have to write down those feedbacks, and you'll have to focus on that. So literally you will be able to learn, because practice makes a man perfect. So it is all about, and I believe in something is better than nothing always. So if you're learning something by others, then it is very important for you.
Mhm. Actually, nowadays I'm also facing this problem, so that's why I was asking. So, if I talk about focus on your grammar portion and
Okay.
whatever you learned this language, and any obstacles come in your way. So, tell me about
Yes.
all these things.
Yes, like if I tell you about myself, I was afraid of speaking English before 2020. Okay, I was
Okay.
never ever thinking that I will speak English in future. But when I came back to my hometown in COVID-19, I had a lot of leisure time. Then I thought of working on my communication skills or spoken English skills. So I started my journey on 29th April 2020. So, if I talk
Okay.
about grammar, to be honest, from the first day onwards, I started interacting with the people without learning grammar rules a lot, because I must say I was good enough in writing. I was good in knowing tenses or basic grammar. There is no need to become an expert in grammar for spoken English. Okay. If I talk, like, I learned Hindi by listening to my parents, by listening to my neighbors, by environment. So first, what is important, you will have to create an environment to listen that language. The more you will listen, the better you will become. So I started listening a lot of people like Sadhguru, Gaur Gopal Das, and Priyanka Chopra, and like Ellen DeGeneres, Steve Harvey, Jay Shetty, Ranveer Lavadiya. I started listening to those people. So it was giving me a lot of good things. When I was listening English, I was getting that language is my in my head, right? So it was very important. And from the first day, simultaneously, I started talking with the strangers on platforms like Buddy Talk, Halo, Ace Fluency, and Clubhouse. I started using those platforms as well. So I was interacting with the people, and what I used to focus on, when they were asking any question, if I was not able to answer, I used to write that question, and I used to ask that same question to another learner. So if they were giving me answer, I was able to understand, oh, this is the meaning of this question. Sometimes people, they were asking, how do you do? How are you doing nowadays? What's up? So I was not able to understand, because I know only how are you. If anybody is asking, like, so I was able to understand that how are you, then I'll say I'm fine. But if anybody was asking in other way, it was very difficult for me to understand. So I used to write those things in my notebook, and I used to watch like videos of Lucy, Emma, Vanessa. A lot of tutors are also there on YouTube. So they are telling a lot of things related to English language. So I used to watch their videos, and I used to make notes. Along with that, I was talking with and practicing with the strangers, and I was listening a lot of things also. So that's
Yeah.
how I improved. And I started talking with the people for 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. There
Oh
was a
my God.
day when I did practice for 10 hours. So it was a
My God.
wonderful day of my life. So that's how
It's
I
so good.
improved, because practice matters a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, you are saying you have people those improving their skills like English speaking skills. So which point should they pay attention towards that they after that they can improve their spoken English also. So could you tell
Yeah. So
me?
what I say to the people, that if you would like to become a better speaker,
Hmm.
so until or unless you're not going to speak, you're not going to become a speaker. So it is very important to speak. A lot of people, what they are doing, they are listening, they are watching, they are reading, they are writing, they are practicing like grammar, but they aren't speaking. So, but this is a skill. Until or unless it is not going to be fit into your mouth muscles, it is not going to come out from your mouth. It is like a
Yeah.
gym. Like whenever you go to gym, then you are able to make your muscles the same. then when you will do practice, when you will speak, then your jaws, your tongue, your lips, your teeth will be comfortable with this language. If I talk about Hindi, I have been speaking Hindi for more than 20 years. That's why I'm able to speak right now. But if I will not speak English, if I will not speak any language, then how my mouth will understand? So it is
Mm.
very important for mouth muscles to use and speak that language. So what I say to the people, listening is very important. Watching,
Okay.
like by watching you can just focus on the facial expressions, hand gestures, and
Mm.
body language. That is very important. And third one is the practicing. When you speak with others, you are able to speak all those skills and all those things which you learned by listening and watching to the people. So that's what you'll have to focus. So that's why I recommend people listen, watch, and talk as much as you can in English for becoming better. And another thing what I was telling you, that if you will not speak, then always you will think that you have a lot of things in your mind, but words or sentences will not come out from your mouth. So
Mhm.
practice is very important. Practice, practice, practice. If you would like to become better in language, you'll have to practice. Like,
Practice.
if you're not practicing that, you can't think about speaking better.
I also personally believe in a practice. Whenever I get time, I just start to practice, practice, and practice. So if I talk, can he become the mediator, intermediator, like, and after when he reached a mediator speaker, at that time he's stuck. So at that time, we what steps should we taken from overcome that situation?
Yeah,
Got it my
from
point?
beginner to intermediate, I got it. So from beginner to intermediate, you can become within few months. But from going intermediate
Um,
to advanced, it takes a lot of efforts and lot of time. You'll have
yeah.
to speak for hours and hours. If you're able to present yourself for 15 minutes, 30 minutes on topic, you have a lot of vocabulary. Then you can become an advanced speaker. So I must say that if I talk about myself, even though I will have to improve a lot of things, I'm an intermediate speaker, I will have to become a wonderful speaker. So for that, if I'll speak for thousand and thousand hours with the people, and if I'll learn just lot of vocab and stuff, like how to present and how to explain anything, if there is any situation, then I'll be able to become an advanced level speaker. This is lifelong learning journey. Nobody
Yeah.
is perfect, and it takes a lot of time. Every day you can learn new things, but from beginner to intermediate, of course, you can become in 6 months, 12 months. It depends on your efforts. If you speak every day, within 6 months, maybe you can speak and you can present yourself. But from
Mhm.
intermediate to advanced, it's a long journey, I must say.
I know. So if I talk about like if anybody want to improve their vocabulary, so what step would you suggest? Like what is the way
Yeah.
of improving vocabulary?
Vocabulary, there is a traditional method what people use, that they are taking dictionary and they are writing down those words and mugging up those words, but it doesn't work. I used to do the same, but it was not working for me. So learning practically vocabulary by reading something, like if you have a book and read a paragraph, and whatever new vocab you get, then try to write it down and read again that paragraph, so you will be able
Mhm.
to understand the meaning of that vocabulary, that in what context they are using it. First, it is very important to understand that in what context you will have to use that vocabulary. If you are taking dictionary and you are mugging those words, you will not be able to understand that where to use. Okay, but if you are learning from a paragraph, then you will understand that in which situation you will have to use it. And second thing, if you will learn by listening and watching, then of course you can learn practically, because there also you will get that with that context, that in what situation Sadhguru was speaking this, in which situation Jay Shetty was speaking this. So by watching videos also, when you get new words, you can write down and you can notice those words, and you can again watch that video, so you will be able to understand. So the practically, if you will learn the vocab, it will work a lot for you. rather than
Oh,
just learning from the dictionary. It doesn't work, and you will feel tedious and monotonous after like in a few days. So it happens. I used to follow that method, but it was not working. I wrote a lot of like in vocabularies in my diary, but I'm not able to use them. And the second and most important thing, you will have to use those words also. If you are not using those vocabulary in your
you will
speaking,
forget. Yeah.
like it is not going to be there in your mind for a very long period of time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm speaking at that time, I'm doing a lots of mistake like prepositions. And if I talk about like infinitive, where should I use the infinitive, where should I use the gerund? So I'm doing a lots of mistake while conversation. So how can I overcome my this problem? Could you suggest,
Yeah,
please?
the first thing is that being a beginner, it is difficult to focus on everything at the same point of time. If I told you, I have given you an example that if you are learning a bicycle, how to ride a bicycle, when you will focus on handle, you will not be focused on like able to, you will not be able to focus on pedals. Okay. So it becomes with the practice. Like you don't have to focus on mistakes. You will have to focus on your flow, your fluency. You'll have to speak as much as you can without caring about your mistakes. Because
Yeah,
when you will become better with your fluency, you will be able to correct yourself automatically. It happens. Like after a certain period of time, you will start like focusing on your mistakes. Whenever I speak, I know sometimes I'm committing mistakes, but I will get a reminder in my mind. Oh, okay, I did that mistake. It happens, but all because we are not the native speaker. First thing we will have to understand, we are not native speakers. We don't have
yeah,
environment. We are
yeah.
learning language by learning grammar first. Okay, so that's why always we are caring about, oh, in this we have used, there is or to that. No, you don't have to like focus on lot of technicalities before. Once you are intermediate, then you can do it. Once you are able to present yourself and you are able to convey your message, then you can go to your minor mistakes and little mistakes, whatever
Yeah.
you do. So the first focus should be on your fluency. Without caring about your mistakes, you'll have to speak.
Okay, okay. So nowadays, I have seen in so many videos you are taking a clapping session. So could you suggest that taking a clapping session is beneficial for like any intermediator, or like if I talk about me, so I'm doing a lots of mistake whatever I discuss with you. So should you suggest me having a clapping session?
Yeah, I will tell you, like for an intermediate person, for sure they can use it because they are able to present themselves, and then they can have just session with multiple trainers. Okay. So right now, what is very important for you, you will have to speak as much as you can in front of camera, in front of a mirror, or with yourself. Even though you can sit alone and you can talk to yourself, try try out loud. Sometimes take a paragraph and speak it loud. So you can do this practice for at least 2 or 3 months, so you will develop your confidence. Okay, then you
I
can
was
do
thinking,
session with those tutors and it will help you a lot, because it is little bit expensive also. Okay, doing a
yeah.
session, I think it's not that much cheap. So once you will be able to express yourself, you will feel like your money is worth it. Whatever you are paying, you are learning a lot of stuff. But being a beginner, it will like it's fine. Okay, you can do it if you have a lot of money and if you don't have any problem with it. But first, I suggest people to practice by themselves as much as they can.
Hmm.
Use free platforms, talk with the people as much as you can, because for me also, when I started my journey, I was not taking any sessions from the tutors. I used to do practice by myself, and I used to talk with the strangers on Buddy Talk, Ace Fluency, Clubhouse, Be Engaged, such kind of applications. I did a lot of conversations for free. Then I thought now I should work on something else for becoming an advanced speaker. There is always a space for improvement. And I'm also running a YouTube channel, so that's why I would like to have conversation with professional people, so the beginners who are not able to afford those platforms, they can get benefits by watching my videos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Precious, like you given a precious time and you given our viewer lots of advice, which is they follow it. And I hope they would also it suggestion would help the viewer also and me also. And it was a wonderful session for me. And I hope I also, whenever I have a difficulty in this journey of me, then I definitely connect you and you have to help me.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, I would love to do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my last question is that whenever, how would you reduce your mental stress? Only my this question is last question. So whenever sometime you have a stress, you are in stress, and at that time, how would you handle your stress, mental stress? Yeah.
The mental stress, of course, nowadays we have mental stress because we are working mentally. We don't do physical work. So what I do basically, I do chanting also. So chanting helps me. This is a kind of mantra meditation. So yeah.
So actually, sorry for that. Actually, for sorry for interruption. Actually, your face is resemble like that. And whenever I saw your face at that time, I felt that you are doing some meditation and doing all these chanting like this. So that's why I'm asking this question.
Yeah, thank you. So that is a mantra meditation. So I do chanting, and this gives me the peace for mind. So what
Oh,
I do, I start my day by taking shower and doing worship and doing chanting. I don't take a lot of stuff. I think, okay, future is uncertain. Nobody knows
yeah,
like what is going to be happen tomorrow. So why you should take tensor for it? But this is very common. I'm just giving this philosophical thought, but it happens with me also. Sometimes I feel stressed that which kind of career I should choose, and nothing is certain. Like, will it be better in my future or not? So, but you will have to focus on karma. You will have to focus on work. Like, you will have to do the work. If you will make yourself busy with the work, you will not get a lot of time to think about future. So be in the present. That is the one of the most important things
yeah,
which we should follow in our life. That be in present, enjoy your present. Don't take a lot of stress, because a lot of rich people are also living and poor people are also living. So
yeah,
everybody is spending their life. So when you are stressed, look at the people who are poor and look at their life. They're working hard, but then also they are not able to manage it. So that's how you can make yourself a little better. So because everybody is struggling, and life is all about
yeah,
hardships, what I feel.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So thank you so much for giving your lots of advice. Like now a generation youth are suffering, so they are doing a lots of things simultaneously, and they are suffering. They are suffering from a mental stress nowadays. The like chanting and meditation, it's reflect on their faces. So it is reflect your face.
Oh, thank you.
So it's a wonderful conversation with you, and I hope I will again connect. I will connect to you in future, and
Yeah,
thank
sure.
you so much for giving your precious time. And I was very excited to meet this meeting actually. So thank
Yes,
you
thank
so
you
much.
so much. Same here. It was a wonderful opportunity for me. Thank you so much for inviting. Thank you.
Okay, dear. See you. Bye bye. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
day. Okay.